ESPN. Let's do some over-unders here. Looking ahead to the playoffs, the odds courtesy of DraftKings. Alan Hahn, Lakers round one matchup against the Rockets. LeBron James, 25.5 points in game one. We go over or under?
I'm going over. He has to. He also has a week off. That's good for the old bones. I think he knows he's got to have a big night.
See if he can get it going in game one. Hey, Tim McMahon, who else needs to get it going? If the Lakers are going to steal game one, give me one other player who has to play big for the Lakers.
Dominating. DeAndre Ayton. He ain't no Clint Capella. Look, he's got to be the best big man in this series. Not just better than Capella, he's got to be better than Alperen Şengün for the Lakers to have a chance to win this series without Luka and Austin Reeves.
We've talked about this series plenty. Again, the Lakers are prohibitive underdog. Let's get to the next one. Nuggets and T-Wolves. This has become a great rivalry in the NBA. Alan, the number for Jokic on combined points, rebounds, and assists is 51.5 in game one. What do you think?
I think he might not need to be over on this one, right? I think like the numbers could be there, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. So I'm going to say under, not because he can't do it, but I don't think he's going to need to do it against this team.
I just wrote down 26, 15, and 12 goes over.
Yeah.
So
15's a lot.
The under there is an interesting one. Shump, give me an idea here. We got Jokic on one side, we got Ant on the other. We got teams that seem to have, and I appreciate this, a little genuine dislike or at least acknowledgement of a rivalry here. How do you see this? Give me a look at this thing here as far as this series.
I mean, as I look at it, one, you're never going to stop a Jokic, right? But one thing that I would like to see done, I've never seen anybody guard him and stay true to just reading his passing lane. Nobody's ever taken his vision away. And we found success sometimes against Golden State where we took Draymond's vision away to where it just discouraged him going to his hot spots of where he wants to throw the ball to make things happen. I think that Jokic has been able to freely survey the field just because people are begging to get the ball out of his hands. So allowing him to pick you apart can't be good for anybody. I think if they make the offense go through their guards, make their guards have to do more decision-making, it could be a success story for the Timberwolves.
Minnesota.
That's why they use Gobert as the free safety against him instead of one-on-one, because they throw guards at him and then they let Gobert take away the vision last minute when he's about to make that decision.
That may be the best first-round matchup we have. Or, sneakily, maybe it's the Knicks and the Hawks. This is a really interesting series. Alan, Jalen Brunson's total in game one, which will be Saturday at 6 p.m., is 27.5 points. We go over or under?
Yeah. Now, he averages 30 points a game in the playoffs in a Knick uniform. So you'd want to say over. But you know the Hawks are going to trap him and take the ball out of his hands.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. The NBA playoffs are finally here, and the first-round matchups are set. We have got some incredible series coming up. The Los Angeles Lakers against the Houston Rockets. The Denver Nuggets against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And the New York Knicks against the Atlanta Hawks. The crew on Get Up started breaking down the odds, the key players, and the biggest questions. And let me tell you, there is a lot to unpack. Let me show you what they said. Roll the clip. Did you catch that? Let me break down the biggest takeaways from this segment. First, the Lakers and Rockets. LeBron James has a points prop of 25.5 for game one. The crew said over. He has a week off. That is good for the old bones. He knows he has to have a big night. But Tim McMahon made an even more important point. He said DeAndre Ayton has to be the best big man in this series. Not just better than Clint Capella. He has to be better than Alperen Şengün. Without Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, the Lakers need Ayton to dominate. That is a huge ask for a guy who has been inconsistent his entire career. Now, let's talk about the Nuggets and Timberwolves. This has become a legitimate rivalry. The crew was debating Nikola Jokic's combined points, rebounds, and assists prop. It is set at 51.5. Allen said under. He said Jokic might not need to do it all against this team. But 26 points, 15 rebounds, and 12 assists would put him over. That is a normal Jokic night. So, the under is a gamble. But the real insight came from Iman Shumpert. He said the key to stopping Jokic is taking away his vision. Nobody has ever done it consistently. He said the Timberwolves should use Rudy Gobert as a free safety, throw guards at Jokic, and let Gobert take away the passing lanes at the last second. That is the game plan. But can they execute it? Jokic has seen every defense imaginable. He always finds an answer. Now, let's get to the most interesting series. The Knicks and the Hawks. The crew was debating Jalen Brunson's points prop. It is set at 27.5. Allen said under. He said the Hawks are going to trap Brunson and take the ball out of his hands. Dyson Daniels is going to be all over him. He thinks Brunson will have a higher assist game if the Knicks are going to win. That is a smart take. The Hawks have length and athleticism on the perimeter. They can make life difficult for Brunson. But here is the big question. Tim McMahon said the key to the entire series is Karl-Anthony Towns. He said, Cat has to show up. Cat is always going to determine the ceiling for the New York Knicks. And he is right. The Hawks do not have a lot of frontcourt size. KAT should be able to dominate inside and out. But will he? Will he be aggressive? Will the guards get him the ball? This is the perfect matchup for him. If he disappears, the Knicks are in trouble. And Shumpert doubled down on that. He said, we need to see it game 1. We need to see it game 2. We need to know that this is going to be a healthy diet. He said when KAT feels like he is a part of the offense, it is contagious for everyone. He gets more offensive rebounds. He gets more involved. He turns his back and surveys the floor. That is what the Knicks need. Then the crew asked the million-dollar question. If the Knicks lose this series, is it a catastrophe? And the answer is yes. The Knicks have been talking about the finals all year. They believe internally that this is their time. They started the season in Abu Dhabi. They were the first team on the court. They knew from that moment that this season was about getting to the next level. If they lose in the first round to the Hawks, heads will roll. Stephen A. said it earlier this week. Mike Brown could be gone. Karl-Anthony Towns could be traded. Mikal Bridges could be moved. The whole thing could blow up. And let's be real about the Hawks. They are dangerous. They are not a typical 6 seed. Over the last 3 months of the season, they played like a top 4 seed. They have Trae Young. They have Jalen Johnson. They have Dyson Daniels. They have length, athleticism, and shooting. They are not afraid of the Knicks. They beat them 4-1 in the first round back in 2021. They have done it before. They can do it again. So, what is the prediction? The crew did not make one outright, but the tone was clear. The Knicks should win. They have more talent. They have home court. They have Brunson. But if KAT does not show up, if the Hawks trap Brunson and force others to beat them, this series could go 6 or 7 games. And if it goes 7, anything can happen. I want to know what you think. Will KAT show up? Can the Hawks pull off the upset? And is LeBron going over 25.5 points in Game 1? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And subscribe if you want to stay locked in. We are building something real here. See you next time. Peace.